Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13 on the Mysterious JG. We're playing through the hero modes, and even if the last one was quite difficult, I'm enjoying the hero modes. I'm enjoying the little, shorter, bite-sized pieces of gameplay, where a mistake means you have to start over and try something new, as opposed to hundreds of hours of trying to recover from a setback. And in that mode, we have a major battle of the novel, perhaps the most important battle chronicled in the novel, is coming up. It will be, I don't know if we will see in these cinematics that play the resolution of Zhou Yu's story, but this is his crowning achievement in life, is the grand victory that the forces of Wu had over the forces of Wei at Chibi. So let's give it a second to cycle through so we can reread it. Because it is 208 November, Grand Battle of Chibi. Zhou Yu. His proud and ambitious lord was gone. His bad-loving oath brother was also gone. However, he still fights. He fights for the one who inherited the will of his lords. He fights for pride and for those around him. For all these things, Zhou Yu will stand against Cao at Chibi. Of course, Chibi, the subject of the Red Cliffs movie, which I don't know if it's still the case. At one point, it was the largest grossing film in the history of Asian cinema. Essentially, the story of Chibi historically was that the forces of Cao Wei attacked the forces of Eastern Wu, as I believe was the official state title. Although, I don't know if either of them were using those names before Cao Pi forced Emperor Jian to abdicate. But anyway, Cao Cao was like the most powerful warlord in China. He had taken over the territories of Yuan Shao and the entire Central Plains. He hadn't actually finished off the Ma clan yet. But his most powerful foe left in the land appeared to be Sun Quan, who had established a tidy little state south of Jiangdong, as we saw in Wu together. But at Battle of Guandu, we saw Cao Cao building up his power base, and he had what appeared to be an unbeatable power block in northern and central China. And I am having a paranoia attack. Let me double check, make sure that I'm recording, and I am. So yeah, the novel really builds up the involvement of Zhuge Liang and Shu, but in fact this is actually a battle between Wu and Wei. And all of the video games and all of the literature, fictionalized accounts based on the novel, of course, it is this, and the film Red Cliffs, which more or less follows the story of, well, it follows a lot of characters, but Zhuge Liang and Zhou Yu are presented as overcoming distrust and becoming fast friends, and really creating this hope for a future of friendship and brotherhood, which of course is not how things worked out between Wei and Wu, or Shu and Wu. But no, this is, it's the ultimate, if you accept the novel's interpretation, that though extremely limited in troop counts, the forces of Shu were heavily involved in how the battle fell out because of Zhuge Liang's strategies and whatnot. It's also the ultimate point which indicates that no one of the three kingdoms is powerful enough to defeat the other two, which is why things were deadlocked for so long. If any of the three kingdoms became too powerful, the other two would be forced to ally against it. And Wei, under Cao Cao, before the Battle of Chibi, was as powerful and invincible, and just there's no way that this force isn't taking over China, as any force was throughout the Three Kingdoms period. And then Chibi was, of course, a massive disaster for them, which led to Cao Cao led campaigns against the Ma clan, eventually took over their lands, but he never really, and there was some fighting back and forth between Wu and Wei, but I think Wu was the aggressor against Wei a couple of times after that. But until Cao Cao died and Cao Pi decided to try to march against Wu, Cao Cao never really repeated his mistake. He never tried to attack Wu again, that I recall, at least not on that kind of scale. And he really, I mean, from after the defeat at Chibi, Cao Cao just kind of consolidated the power he had and turtled almost. And it wasn't, and then basically all three kingdoms collapsed internally, and the Suma clan usurped the Wei clan and formed Jin, and they're the ones who took over everything. But yeah, this was kind of the last point where it appeared that really one force was going to militarily finish off one of the others. And had Cao Cao defeated Wu and taken over the land south of the Jiangdong, there would have been no force in China to stop them. But yeah, in a way, this is the high watermark for Cao Cao, and Zhou Yu is the brilliant mind that put a stop to his ambitions. So let me stop prattling on. Let's get on with the story. This will begin the battle. Grand Battle of Chibi. Do you wish to continue? Yes. Erase mankind's memory of film? Yes. Officer of Wu's sworn brother of Sun Tzu accepted Sun Tzu's dying request to assist Sun Quan, commanded the navy as viceroy of the Battle of Chibi, defeating Cao Cao's army called Handsome Young Zhou. And then it ran out of time. I guess we are going to get an explanation of this. As luck would have it, both Zhou Yu and Zhuge Liang had planned to use fire against Cao Cao's advancing forces. Furthermore, Zhou Yu made use of a spy to spread false information, causing Cao Cao to slay a talented naval officer himself. I don't remember who the officer was, but yeah, it might have been Cai Mao. But yeah, definitely there was some interesting interplay. There was a lot in the novel. There was a lot of subterfuge going on that worked against Cao Cao, including the whole thing with Pang Tong coming over and pretending to be loyal to Cao Cao and suggesting he link the boats to fight seasickness when that was part of Zhou Yu's plans to maximize the damage of the fire attack, which might get covered later, actually, now that I think about it, so I shouldn't be talking about it. But yeah, there was the whole thing with Huang Gai. They knew there were spies amongst their sailors, so Zhou Yu ordered Huang Gai, and this was Huang Gai's idea, apparently, although it might have been Zhou Yu's idea, and he suggested it to Huang Gai, knowing Huang Gai would be willing to do it, but there was this whole thing where he had Huang Gai brutally flogged, and then started rumors, which enabled Huang Gai to start rumors that he was planning to defect Cao Cao, which is what allowed the fire ships to approach Cao Cao's fleet, because Cao Cao thought that they were Huang Gai and his troops approaching, and blah blah blah. There's a lot of smarts going on to defeat the numerically superior foe. The two tacticians employed plot after plot as a decisive battle approached, but Cao Cao's army still held the upper hand by far. Handsome young Zhou, the fate of the land rested on this man's shoulders. He has a shawl draped over them. Indeed, if we used fire, we would take Cao Cao by surprise and gain the advantage, yet there is reason he fears not the flame. Wind. An excellent observation. In these lands this season, powerful winds blow from north to south, which kind of makes a fire attack not work when they're coming from the north, because it's going to blow back on you. We should bring the torch to Cao Cao's armies in the north. The winds will bring the flames to us in the south. Should we bring them the torch, yeah. That much is clear. There is no need to jump to that conclusion. I control the wind with like crazy Taoist crap. Do allow me to handle this matter. I shall make the wind blow from the south by my own secret art. And yes, that's kind of where the Chinese superstitions of the day entered into the story. Zhuge Liang did not really control the wind. But rather than there's this mystical aspect to Zhuge Liang, but it's kind of interesting. Like, they portray him as being this really brilliant guy, not as this like kooky wizard. But yeah, that the brilliance also adds up to can control the weather when needed. Do not be ridiculous. This is no time for jests and japes. This is no jest, neither is a jape. Zhou Yu, I have a request. I will construct an altar from which to conduct the ritual in Zhangjia. My soldiers will tend to the buildings, so I would bid you protect the city. Very well. I will protect Zhangjia, as you wish. You have my utmost gratitude, even though apparently I can use 5,000 troops to defeat 1,000,000 at any time. Now I must be off immediately to make my preparations. Whoa, I think I accidentally skipped some dialogue there. A ritual to change the winds? Can you truly believe him? I wonder what I said before. Interesting. Should Cao Cao capture Zhangjia, we'll be forced to fight a two-front battle. One way or another, we have to defend it. That's nice. So they're giving Zhou Yu a reason to defend Zhangjia other than he believes Zhuge Liang can control the wind. Yet, look at this delicious egg roll I'm offering you. Zhuge Liang cannot afford to lose this battle either. Questioning him here has no merit. He has a plan. I understand your dissatisfaction, but we have no choice but to believe him. Our task is but to defend Jiangjia. As you will. He must have predicted I would defend him here too. Blast, what a cunning man. Yeah, Zhou Yu, it always, in the novel, is eating away at Zhou Yu. Even when Zhuge Liang's brilliance and successes are helping Wu and Shu simultaneously, it always eats away at Zhou Yu when Zhuge Liang is a step ahead of him, because he knows that they're ultimately going to be enemies. Yet this is not enough. I need one more plan, one more tactic. Reporting, Lord Huang. You know, I just had this flash. It would be really fun if there was a hero mode where you played as Shang Zhang. I don't know why that just occurred to me. I guess because I'm thinking of Chibi and the Red Cliffs movie, where they made like Shang Zhang, this like secret ninja working for Wu. Reporting, Lord Huang Gai has arrived a moment ago, but said he would return since you appeared busy. Oh, here we go. I shouldn't have talked about Huang Gai. They are going to do this. Huang Gai, very well. I shall see him immediately. Visit Huang Gai and Lujiang. Interesting. Okay, now I'm worried because traditionally there's been like no time to spare in these things. So I don't know if it's a good idea at all to do anything with my orders other than so we need to defend Lujiang, which I guess is considered a Wu city for purposes of this. Meanwhile, Cao Cao has an actual force. Like, he is personally leading a force to attack Port Huarong. Well, he's leading a force there. And now this city no longer belongs to Shu, so that's interesting. Because, yeah, when I was reading, I was trying to get some help on how to actually win that last one. And people were bitching that Shu doesn't take over Changsha at that point in history, or at least in the novel. Probably history as well. And indeed, that was goofy. I guess I could have... it's not going to let me do anything anyway. In Louis... Well, if I've got a... See, I was thinking I would be allowed to just, Oh, he is here in Lujiang. Never mind. Okay, it's not going to let me give any orders, so... Jiaqiao. They don't make much of it in this story mode. I guess there was a little plot scene where the Kiao sisters marry the Sun Tzu and Zhou Yu, but it's a very odd romance if you're a Dynasty Warriors fan, considering that they make Jiaqiao a comic relief idiot and Zhou Yu is supposed to be this genius.
You didn't have to come all the way out here. Had you called, I would have come right to you.
Perish the thought, my good man. Now what business have you with me? I refuse to even look at you.
My good Zhou Yu, something is on your mind, isn't it?
Try to finish here. I believe Huang Gai is also the one who tells the scholars of Wu to shut up and leave Zhuge Liang alone when they're like badgering Zhuge Liang and he's continuing to kick their asses.
My good Zhou Yu, something is on your mind, isn't it? You needn't mind formalities with me, so I was hoping you could allow me to help you.
In that case, I do have a request I would make of you. Allow me to beat you savagely. The next day, during the War Council, Huang Gai purposefully suggested surrender. Flying into a rage, Zhou Yu sentenced him to death. The officer, however, calmed him and convinced him to settle on 100 lashes. You would dare to... I keep thinking they're done. You would dare to violate the martial code and harm morale? The others have convinced me to spare your life, but you will not be spared the rod. Zhou Yu stripped Huang Gai's clothes. I guess it wasn't a small infraction. He had Huang Gai propose surrender. But yeah, I definitely remember that they trumped up something where Huang Gai was savagely beaten to make any spies present believe that he would have reason to leave Wu. Zhou Yu stripped Huang Gai's clothes, made him kneel, and slammed the rod on his back as hard as he could. Oh, I'm glad we got a little portrayal of that. Blasted Bob Ga. After about 50 lashes, the skin on Huang Gai's back had torn, dyeing his flesh red. Ouch. Oh man, Pirate Man is stepping forward. Enough, I beg of you, Master Huang Gai will die! I sentenced him to death originally, so it makes sense. Very well. I will let you off for today, but for now, you will not be leaving your tent, Master Huang Gai. Calm yourself in that time. 禁闭中的黄盖写了一封信，立刻派密使送到曹操手中。Once locked up, Huang Gai immediately wrote a letter and sent it to Cao Cao in secret, asking him to pardon his surrender. 另一方面，黄盖刚派出密使，潜伏在孙权军中的曹操军的奸细就写信将此事通知给了曹操。I don't think I recognize this. Oddly enough, this is one picture I don't think I recognize from previous RTK games. At the same time, a spy of Cao Cao and Sun Quan's army sent a letter to Cao Cao detailing the events that had transpired. So far, I haven't had anything I've had to control other than one visit. Oh, here we go. These assholes. I keep seeing them in the game and forgetting who they are and why they are both going ah and wearing these matching outfits. But yeah, these guys. That should do it for the letter to Cao Cao. Zhou Yu must be quite on edge to act like that to a third-generation general. At this rate, we needn't even attack them. The Sun Quan army is doomed. To believe that a man of Huang Gai's caliber would simply surrender is no simple task. This was a man who attained the title of minister, who has served 3 generations of Sun. And Huang Gai humiliated him in front of the army. He's gotten fed up with Zhou Yu then. Oh. Meaning Huang Gai is See, sometimes they have like one line, and then I guess on these scenes they actually read it all out. He's gotten fed up with Zhou Yu then, meaning Huang Gai is a thorn in the Sun Quan army's side. It seems heaven favors us. Send in Pang Tong to get me drunk and convince me to do something stupid. There is something else I happen to hear. It seems that a large construction project is going underway in Jiangxia, some form of altar, I hear. Destroy it. Take as many soldiers as are needed. And that's the thing you will learn in the Dynasty Warriors game. If somebody's doing something in an altar, stop them immediately. Understood. Let not even the slightest, most trifling change escape you. Take every precaution before the decisive battle. All who stand in the path of my domination are to be expelled. Looks like they're... And this time Lu Su has a whole line of dialogue, but he just goes... like JG Mystery sneaking past guards. Looks like their spy sent word to Cao Cao about Huang Gai. That was the point to begin with. Now we can only believe in Cao Cao. Reporting! Cao Cao army has begun advancing on Jiangxia. Without even sending scouts first? What speed? Wait. Cao Cao has split his forces. Divide the army by fainting with the altar and pare down his forces before the showdown. Blast, was this all part of his plan too? Zhou Yu? Forgive me. Let us move to the Defense Council immediately. If we cannot defend Jiangxia, we have no future. I will gather the officers. Zhuge Liang, my tactics will match your brilliant plan. This I vow. Let's read the timing of... Let's read the timing of tactics like the flow of music. Zhou Yu, Cao Cao army marches to invade Jiangxia with a host numbering 24,000. Alright, so let's look at our timetable here. We have until January 30 to defeat Cao Cao's forces advancing on Jiangjia. Seems pretty straightforward. I think we just need to attack. But we need to attack and win. Can we do that before the end of the video? We will see. We do not have any domestic tasks that we're supposed to be achieving, which means we probably don't want to be doing a whole lot with domestic officers. We probably need to concentrate our energies. On stopping Cao Cao and Zhou Yu, and whoa, he's got quite a force here. All right. So to defend Jiangjia, we need to march out of all three of these cities. Okay. Trying to see who can actually improve things any. This, you know, better intelligence with Fuji in it. I don't think these units are going to be improved by having Jia Qiao or Chen Wu added to them, though. Though he's got a decent war stat. You can have Jia Qiao ride out with her husband, just for funsies. Okay, so we've got mostly spears. You could also do an A with bows. You are only going to be an A with spears. You could also be an A with bows. What is fire technique? So is there any point to, I guess we could use bows mixed in. Their defense and stuff is a bit lower. So we've got, this is a pretty big army here. I'm hoping we're not going to get in trouble later for not having enough supplies left over. I don't know how these guys are arranged. This will increase the war of some unit. No, not that unit. And then we need a unit with low intelligence. That guy's busy. Well, we need him to get not busy. Oh, I didn't go in and actually figure out which types of units everybody should have in that last one. So these guys are A's with everything, but they could also be heavy and elite bows. Yeah, these guys have really good bows. Probably don't want everyone to be bows. Yeah. Alright, so we got elite bows. And grand flame power. Let's come over here and see if we could change the... Oof. I wonder if I could have arranged these guys a little differently. But they're just not going to be the strongest units that we've got going. Is there anyone that I can actually order to do anything? Rumors could be useful. We might hire a couple of genius officers just in time. So I'm letting those cities that are far away not participate in the battle. I might regret that. If I got enough troops in the field, 24 and 24, 24, 50, oof. Go to 125,000. I definitely have the smaller army. It is not unthinkable that I'm going to lose if I don't send out more. Dakiao is going to work on commerce. And I'm going to try to get my horses better. In Jiangye for some reason. Alright. Andang and Sun Shengzhang, speaking of Wu, has increased their rapport. Looks like maybe I can actually get Shengzhang to play a role in this story mode. I'm really starting to think that I needed to bring more guys in. I hope that that's Shihao Yuan. That's Manchong. No, they are not sending loser officers after me here. So she sees investigation. Liu Jiang has made contact with a village called Shitting. And they've found another village called Dong Huang Bong Bong. Oh, cinematic, sir. Join battle. Control is water, heart is fire. Zhou Yu will not lose. Wow. Pretty exciting. Do we think Zhou Yu's gonna lose? I guess we'll find out next time on the Series JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more of Romance 3 Kingdoms 13. Bye-bye.